Fit like a bee, Danny Boy here. We are back with more at the races for Transport Fever. Now it is the time of the reverse race, the haulage race for the steam engines. They have their 4 Westrail Westfleet carriages on tow or in tow. They are set up on the starting line, ready to rock and roll. We just need to pause it and set them to what should be Bud Spencerton. Nice. I'll never get used to saying that. But they are ready to rock and roll, and hopefully they will be good before we start. However, let's get them named. So the Norfolk, boom, the Class 7. This is still a Class 7. I never used the Class 9 for this. I'm doing a sort of trial run with the Class 7 to see which one is sort of the best between the 7 and the 9. The New York City Central. Oh, there we go. The BR 18201. 201. Uh-oh. Why isn't it giving me capitals? There we go. 18201. Enter. And the BR003. You are already named. That's nice. I must have done that. So, they are ready to rock and roll. So, they should already be started. Yes. So, in 3, 2, 1, and go. Wait for the whistles. There they go. As they pass by again, the Super Hudson taking charge. It seems to be the be all and end all of the haulage races. It's got so much power. It is away already, so we'll leave him up in first. The Norfolk and Western looking much better. It seems to be a better hauler also. The 18201, not so good. 003 is still up there. The A4, not so good when it comes to hauling. The Class 7, or even if it was the Class 9, should be good. They are quite decent at this sort of thing. So they are heading, and we'll try and keep a sort of decent sort of pace. They are up to 60 miles per hour. Let's jump on with you. I'll leave you sort of up there for the moment. And we'll get a sort of bird's eye view of it is going on. So as before, the BR003 did have a problem on this line. Now, before I even, that's it again, stopped again, dead, stopped, not moving. Why are you doing this? Wow. Just as I was about to say, before, because I've got this, that there is connect to all stations, which isn't true. They do make their way all the way to Bud Spencerton. And to test that out, I put every single loco around this track, and I watched them. I actually rode on board with the train, and none of them, the very first time I did it, before I recorded the first race, had an issue with stopping randomly on the track. So I thought it was weird that the 003, when the actual race was run, did stop twice. So before I recorded this, I sent the BR003 out from, well, the place they just came to Bud Spencerton, and rode on board with it. It never stopped once. I then sent it back from the, where the hell's the name of that station? Something boom. Anyway, I sent it back from Bud Spencerton to Stables Boom, or Dan Stable Boom, or whatever the hell it's called. I did send it back, and again, no issues. So I'm not sure if it's an issue with that it may run fine when it's on its own, or if it is an issue when it's running alongside other trains. I actually forgot to fix the kink in the tracks. The trains at the left side will indeed be hindered by that. So you are now in last, 18201. I am hoping that the 003 doesn't encounter any more issues. You are Norfolk and Western, I'm saying, is going to get past here, so it's in fourth. The A4 in third. The Class 7 is going to be okay getting up this hill. It looks like even the New York City Super Hudson also struggled. This is a dire corner where they will be slowing down very slowly. So the Class 7 is doing well. Now that's yet to remain. It does have a long straight section at some point to contend with, where other trains will blitz it with their top speed. There is a challenge for third place. The Norfolk and Western train doing much better now. How are you getting on? He is creeping up the inside, but he will have to slow down. So that's a shame. It's so strange, I'm not entirely sure what is going on with this train. And I like this train, I want it to succeed. It probably still will. Watch this space. I would say this train will probably end up in second. The Class 7 always does well at the start, but it always, or the Class 9, depending on which train I've chosen to run at that particular time, always does well at the start, but always sort of falls by the wayside at the end. Where is our leader? You are already through that tunnel that the Class 7 is now in. This thing is a beast when it comes to the haulage races. It really is. No issues with my 001 again. Nope, you are catching up on these two. So that's good, well done. I mean, the 003 is definitely a contender for first place. It looks like the Class 7 just had an issue. Or did it? No, they actually do slow down about 30 odd miles per hour on that corner. You see the 003 sneaking back in, it's making its comeback. How's our last position train getting on? This is a decent train as well, just doesn't have the acceleration. This must be a goods train. I would say it would probably carry a mile long train with no sweat. But when it comes to speed runs, it may not be the train to back. Right, the Norfolk and Western's doing okay this time. The Class 7 just not getting away from third and fourth place. Let's keep an eye on the Super Hudson. It's tearing down this corner at 70 miles per hour. Here is the straight section, or here is one section that is relatively straight. Now this section here and this section there are the straightest parts. This part does sort of weave inside, so they do have to slow down for that. But we'll see what kind of top speeds he hits. He's already 82, 83, 84, 85, he's going for it. As soon as he gets 90, he'll start pulling away inevitably from the Class 7. As soon as they hit 90 and above, they will start to catch the Class 7. There he is at 91, so I'd fully expect the trains behind to go past 90 miles per hour. You only got up to 90, I would say you might get up to 100 and you'll have to slow down for this next corner into the entrance of the tunnel. Did you slow down? You are margin to hold steady at 99 miles per hour. Right, Class 7 is at 85. Now this thing is a decent hauler. The others are not. So he's up to 90 mile an hour roughly, where the Super Hudson was at 99. Ooh, the 003 is tearing past. Well done. Well done indeed. So he is back up in third position. I knew this train would be good. It is a good train. Through the tunnel they go. There's the Class 7. He's doing 100 miles per hour. So the Class 7 here really does need to get a move on. You'll see him creeping up the left hand side there. There he is. The A4 and the Norfolk and Western also not far behind. Even the German train in last getting up to a decent speed there, and it'll continue to increase speed. Right, Class 7, right, you are saved by this corner because everyone will have to slow down for this, and then you can sort of take off again. Although I dare say that the 003 would be well in front of this guy by now if it hadn't had that stupid issue. It's weird, don't know why it does that. It's kind of frustrating. Oh well, seems to be a different place every time. But it's 3 times in a row I have actually witnessed. The first time it ever happened was back in the Gotthard map. The German class, the Class 103, an electric train, was in first position when I saw it, and then the next time I saw it, it was like in last. God knows what happened. One of those weird glitches. I actually did manage to go back and review the video and find out that it was one of those glitches where it just randomly stopped for no reason. It seems to be happening again, but this is the first time it's ever happened with a steam train, which is odd. I thought the steam trains were my bonkers. I thought it would never happen to one of them. Alas, it didn't. It always seems to be on this line. Unless it's an issue with the Class 003 mod itself, which I don't think it is. So the A4 is in 4th. I thought, excuse me, I thought this train would do slightly better. The Norfolk and Western definitely doing better. This time it is only still in 5th position, but it is keeping up with everyone else. Well, mostly. They may be pulling away slightly. You're down to 72, you are down to 73. Up around this winding section, where is the first position train? Totally obliterating everyone. Can't even see any of the other trains. Wow. The A4 coming through there. Cave-in. Danger. Beware. Beware of cave-ins. Class 7 still staying out there in 2nd. I'd be astonished. Ooh, no. You've just hit the kink. And the 003 doesn't have to deal with the kink. Everyone else does. Yes, way out in front. I am going to fix the kink for the next race. I thought at least, the reason I kept the kink in was because I didn't actually forget. This train was having issues in the first race and it doesn't have to deal with the kink. So I left it in so if it had issues again, it could sort of make a comeback if it was doing quite badly. And the 00, you don't have to deal with the kink either. I think we're free of it now, we're past it. It was actually back here. Now this section of track is snapped to that, but we've still got this weird kinked section going on there. I'm not sure how that happened entirely. Right, how are we getting on? Yeah, you still got the acceleration with the weight behind you. So keep a move, get going there, bud. Through the tunnel they go. Let's go and see where the Super Hudson is. it is coming round past Little Bay. Okay. Did you pass Pirate Bay? You did. Pirate Bay is over there. We're not actually that far from the finish line. Needs to go down here past Coronis, Catgate, and then past Asgard, and then it's right there into Bud Spencerston. That's such a weird thing to say. Bud Spencerston. Right. Is there any change? You're still in second? Correct. Class 7 is in third. Yes. Class 4, or A4, is in fourth. Norfolk and Western in fifth. Okay. That's fine. How far back are you? You're not that far behind. Ooh, even this guy, even the German, the 18201 is doing good. Right, you, class 7. Go, fetch. Catch the 003 if you can. You are so far in front, can't even see anybody else. You are heading uphill. I did choose the reverse section to actually leave from the other place to Bud Spencer Inn, because there is more uphill sections. You can see this guy's actually struggling to gain any speed at all. Are you slowing down because of a... Ooh, no, you're just slowing down because of a corner. Don't scare me, train. Thought I was slowing down because of another glitch. Class 7 reaching that corner. A4 not far behind. Are you at the top of the hill yet? No, you're still climbing. Up to 70 mile an hour though, so it is still managing to pull that weight up the hill. It's set on a gradient, the highest gradient you can get while building track. I did notice that road gradients can go up a fair bit, but not with track. You get too much slope error, but the road seems to have a bit more leeway. As you can see, there are no roads on this map connecting any of the towns or industries. Before you can use this map, you need the No Initial Roads mod in order to use it, which is fair enough. I would like every map to have no roads in it. I like to build my own roads, and then normally I just leave the standard roads that you get at the start, and then as time progresses I go and add in newer roads, because that's what happens in real life. The road where I stay to the nearest city, Aberdeen, has changed it's the third time it's changed in my lifetime. So there was an older road that sort of followed the old railway line. They then demolished that road for a more as the crow flies faster sort of route, but obviously still not a direct route due to farms and fields, other towns and cities along the way. And then it's changed to going basically as the crow flies straight across the landscape. They basically bought out the farmers' fields and built a motorway or dual carriageway or highway if you're American. It's almost from where I live to the city of Aberdeen, which is kind of crap just now because they're still building it. There is only top speed of 40 miles per hour and it's down to single lane due to road workers working on it. So that isn't bother me if it's keeping them safe. That's fine, but what bothers me is they were supposed to have finished this road like a year and a half ago. So what used to be a crappy 2.5 journey due to traffic for me is still roughly a 2.5, almost 3 hour journey because the road is, well, shit, for lack of a better word. It's not finished yet. As soon as it's finished it'll be awesome, but until then you just have to bear with Progress and advancement does come with its drawbacks. But anywho, so there's a little bit of information about the map. There are no roads. And things like this. This industry over here is basically on a cliff. So it'd be extremely hard to get roads out of there. This, I do believe this map would benefit from having a no industry map and just let players place their own industry. So first place is almost there. It's coming down past Asgard. It looks like he's basically the clear winner. I don't think anyone's going to catch him. So far in front. A total powerhouse when it comes to the haulage, this Super Hudson. Where are you? Where is this tunnel exit? It's there. Looks like there's been no more issues with the BR003, which I am delighted with. It totally sucked when it was having an issue, but now it seems to be okay. I hope I've not jinxed it, because every time I mention it, something bad happens. So he's looking like he's going to get second. The Class 7 is not far behind. Actually it is. It's quite a fair bit behind now. It's going to have to come through this chicane section here. This is actually deliberate. The only way I could get through this tunnel was to build this little S-bend, which I hated to start with, and now I love it because it totally slows the trains down, which is nice. And then they need to accelerate up the hill so it goes to show which one has the best power. Are you accelerating going up the hill? No, you're stuck at 50, then you've reached the top, and now you're getting away. Right, the Class A4 is behind the... we've got a winner though. Our Super Hudson crossing the line there. Truly undefeatable when it comes to the haulage aspect of the steam power races. It is a beast. Well done, sir. We're gonna stop you there. Stop you from going AWOL. You are coming down past Asgard. This is Class 7 I see in the background? Yes, but it's well behind. And the A4 is there too. Right, you're heading in the tunnel. Have a quick look at the Norfolk and Western, who is still behind the A4. Is the BR18201 still in contention? No. You're going to finish last. You are struggling greatly with that hill. Looks like the Class 7 will be heading down into the finish line tunnel. Don't think the A4 will be able to pass it. A well earned second place again for the 003. Well done, buddy. Considering the issues you've had, you have been outstanding this weekend. Right, here is our Class 7 heading in for a third place. So I had great fears that this train was continuously going to finish last all the time. I think it was because when I did the Gotthard line map, I basically wanted to go around the whole map, so I needed a lot of straight, fast sections, which that train was just not capable of competing with. But now that I've made the courses more technical, it's a total anyone's game who's going to win. Whoa, the Norfolk and Western was right on your heels there, buddy. So, 4th place for the A4, a 5th place for the Norfolk and Western. I do believe that train finished last in the last race, so he's gained a place, and he's gained another point for America, plus having his teammate win and get a decent place in the last race really does help. You are heading into the tunnel. Well, speed it up a touch. 76 locked in there, not gaining any speed at all. Right, well done, the BR18201. Getting a point there, your teammate is holding it together. It's keeping you guys in the race, or in the championship, as one would say. Right, I need you to turn around. So, there you have it. Again, another glitch. Super annoying. Just the one this time, and again, we did actually catch it. I'm going to repair that stupid kink in the track for the diesel races, which are up next. But that is it for the end of the Steam races. The Steam haulage race is now complete, and let's go to the race table and the championship table, and also the countries, teams, championship table. Here it is now. So after race 2, the New York City J3 Super Hudson getting a first place win in the haulage race there again, earning him a 6 points, a decent win there for the Americans. The 003 again had an issue, but still managed to pull it back to second, which is pretty outstanding. The Class 7 did extremely well also. It managed to finish third. The A4 finishing in fourth, so a few more points there for Great Britain. The Norfolk and Western J3 did better than it did in the previous race. It finished second last, and the BR18201 doing worse than it did in the last race by finishing last. That's it for the race table. Let's now move over to the train championship table and see which train is leading overall. So the BR003 still hanging on in the lead there with 41 points. The New York City J3 Super Hudson is right on his heels though with 39 points. The Class A4 is starting to come up the field. It's up to 29 points. The Class 7 moving off the bottom and up into 4th place with 22 points. The Norfolk and Western J3 still may have a chance to get 4th place. It's at 20 points, and the BR18201 is maybe not down and out yet. We won't count it out yet. There still are 6 more races to go after this. But there are the standings after the after the 4th round of the Steam Train races. The BR003 still holding on its lead there. It is quite an awesome train. But that's it for the train championship standings, and now let's go and see the overall country standings. So here they are. We have a change in the table. The Germans still way out in front with 58 points. The pure might of the Class 003 keeping the Germans well up in the lead there. Great Britain are starting to come back. They have overtaken the USA for 2nd place. Even though the New York City J3 Super Hudson has been doing well. It's been winning and finishing middle of the pack. But now the A4, with the actual decent A4, not the crappy one that Urban Games made, is starting to come up the field, and so now is the Class 7s and 9s. They're starting to do much better. So they've got Great Britain up to 51 points. USA right behind though with 49. So a few more wins from the New York City Super Hudson, and they may be able to take it back. We'll just have to see how things go. But that sort of wraps it up for the Steam races, the round 4 Steam races on the Mountain Islands map. Next it will be the turn of the diesels. I do believe the Chinese train is still winning in that field. But that is going to be it for today. As always, if you did watch this and you would like to leave a like, dislike or comment, please feel free to do so. And if you'd like to see more if it's happening in the future, then hit that subscribe button. But I have been Danny Boy, and this has been Transport Fever at the races on the Island Mountains map, and I will catch you later.